Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, it's Friday. We've got nearby beans at $9.75, nearby corn at $3.82, and nearby wheat at $5.27. Certainly has been an interesting week. Bean prices have slipped lower off of the season highs, in part after the USDA January 12th report that was not considered bullish. And we're getting a little bit closer to the South American harvest, and we're seeing the potential for that export demand to shift from the U.S. to South America. And we've had a few cancellation of open U.S. soybean sales that's also added to some of the weakness. Many people think that since we're trading at these levels, the next objective is the contract lows at 9.20, and unless there's some kind of disruption in harvest, lack of farmers selling in South America, or just some export logistics, that's probably where we're going down in prices. Corn is still trying to hold support at $3.80. I think on one hand the funds still think that if the United States grows a lower crop in 2015, that's supportive to prices, whereas you do have a record amount of corn here in the United States on December 1 that farmers still have to sell. And there is some questions about domestic demand and some questions of export demand down the road. There's a lot of uncertainty in the Black Sea, and U.S. export prices are competitive to the buyers, but it doesn't seem like the buyers are coming up and buying at a pace that would really support prices yet. Over the wheat, we had a one-day rally because of what's going on in the Ukraine and Black Sea and all this uncertainty. So we had a 36-cent rally in one day, and we've taken 37 cents off of that trade. So, we're kind of back at what some people think could be support. But given the uncertainties of the 2015 wheat crop weather conditions, but we're also have to remember that if conditions are good, prices still may be a little bit too high. We've also had an interesting week with the euros coming out with a stimulus package, but the dollar is sharply higher today. U.S. stocks are higher, and we've got the crude oil just a little bit higher, but continues to be in some kind of trading range, trying to figure out if prices are low enough to slow supply and low enough to increase demand. So in general, we've got a little bit lower trade on Friday, and we'll just see if next week we continue to see beans leak lower and corn and wheat follow. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. And if you have any questions, please send them in to us and we'll get an answer back to you as soon as we can.